This was well, obviously what it was, which is a violence fest, of course. What else would it be? There's a lot of these violent fests in this sort of category here. This yeah. Hmm. To be honest, I'm not even sure why so-called action movies exist. I mean, they seem to be very sort of for having something for its own sake, for its own ends. Not even sure, and I'm not sure why I even confused it with thrillers. I mean, yeah, no, I just realized thrillers are actually more interesting. Certainly, I mean they can be easily psychological. Whereas action movies, yeah, not so much. Well, I mean, it's not like it didn't try to be somewhat of a thriller, but yeah, it has a very weird story, uh, very uh, bizarre, uh, bit stupid, But I mean, I went to this wanting mindlessness in a way, so it's not like I was expecting the most fulfilling, thing ever of anything. So not, So as far as it goes, yeah, yeah. So I didn't even know WWE made movies. I had no idea they had a studio. Yeah. Makes perfect sense. It's entertainment, isn't it? It's even a sport. It's really weird when they say like, so is a champion or whatever. I mean, what are they supposed to win at? How entertaining they are. I get. And certainly some went on to act independently, like Dwayne Johnson, and is now very highly paid. So yeah, as far as it goes, I don't know. Yeah, it's like a conveyor belt or something. But yeah, it's quite incredible how much violence it had. It's like one of those things, where like if you normally go in a consulate, anyone on average, goes to a consulate. You don't go and just, punch people and dig pencils and, but obviously, I guess, he did that because of context. I guess he knew, and, they're not just consoles and such. So, I don't know. The thing is, it had such non-stop violence. It's just unbelievable. It was like one of those things, and it's like he was unstoppable. So it's a very straightforward movie, very basic in that sense. Uh, to be fair, though, I mean, if it was indeed his debut, well, as far as it goes, I guess, I don't know. Because, he's not a terrible actor. I mean, to be fair, in action movies, you don't really need to do much apart from stunts. I'm not sure if he made, if he did his own stunts. I mean, assuming he did, or otherwise, what's the point? So, so the point is, though, yeah, the point is, uh, ultimately, though, it was a stupid sort of movie. I mean, I don't know. I watched it alongside another semi-violent movie, but not quite to the same level. Uh, Air Rage, yeah, yeah. For some reason, I watched them both at the same time. Uh, it had slightly more interesting stuff though, and slightly more of that thing, where supposed protagonists can actually fail, which this movie didn't have any of, obviously, like an unstoppable machine somehow. Yeah. Um, but um, I did hate though how I mean they didn't go over the top with it, but they did stereotype Russians a bit too much. The whole thing was it's um, but, it's I'm just saying overall. I mean, okay, so I guess technically, the funny thing is that the mm, the rescued child wasn't actually a Russian, despite being said to be so. I mean, I don't know the actor himself at least. So the others, on the other hand, I don't know, were they? They certainly had convincing accents if they weren't Russian. I'm not sure if are there any uh yeah I'm not sure. There aren't many obviously Russian. Maybe Alexander Kalugin, maybe. Not sure who else. Yes. So I don't know. Either way. So yeah, yeah, I think he is Russian. Yeah. Not sure who else though. Everyone else seems a bit. Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, even Makarov was Canadian. Sadly, he died just recently, actually, just last year. Yeah, sadly from a brain tumor, unfortunately. Sadly, yeah. But yeah. So yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was obviously a thing for WWE to, have a stunt for. They obviously wanted some filming at the arenas. It was kind of funny how they, running around and it's like no one is seeing them. You just went along with the thing until that one guy there suddenly decided, oh no, a guy with a gun or running around. Oh, it must be an evildoer, and body slammed him. As if somehow it's so rare to see such an image in the US. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, isn't it funny how it's the story itself, at least, I could say, on a superficial level, but it is superficial. I mean, the whole thing is very superficial, but it's quite similar, plot device and all, to another movie, which somehow is actually much more highly rated in comparison to this one. On average, it is, but, so I mean, I'm just saying, both of them have pretty similar stories. But one of them worked very much as propaganda. Like, I'm not sure if this could be considered propaganda. Obviously, movies generally could be considered propaganda. Most sort of things could be sort of propaganda. But like some things are more successful than others. As propaganda. I'm just saying. And people are like, oh no, this movie is totally for us, and just upvote it just because they think, I don't know, whatever they think. It's really weird because I'm just saying, both movies. I'm not even going to mention it. If someone, if whoever happens to, follow certain things, and they probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's so ridiculous because it's very, very similar, and yet this one is much more lowly rated. So I don't mind, personally, the rating it has. I'm not disputing it. It's yeah, it's mindless. So but it's what I wanted. It's mindlessness. What I wanted, really. So as far as that goes, I mean, my own personal rating is certainly not much different. Of course, individually, uh, ratings cannot be decimalized, so so that's not exactly, obviously, so it would never be exact. But anyway, otherwise, though, you know, it's whatever it is, really. But it's very cheap for so many movies, to end like at the end, where oh no, just the last 10 seconds going, like whoa, it's always the last 10 seconds, is it? Like and somehow they always succeed in the last 10 seconds. Like yeah, sometimes I do get some certain things to the very edge, but guess what? I fail very often. Not exactly, bomb disposal I'm talking about, more like, like something else, like expires or something. And guess what though? I fail because, time isn't exactly usually that amenable to procrastination or such. So somehow movies are always perfectly timed, somehow.